Hello, my name is Sally and I am one of the makeup artists working with Look Fabulous Forever, which is skincare and makeup designed especially for older faces. Today I want to talk to you about some of my top tips for healthy looking skin. There is no reason why as we age our skin can't look as healthy as it did when we were younger. So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about is to prioritise your skincare, particularly in three areas: hydration, exfoliation and protection. As we age, our skin takes longer to renew itself, so you get a build-up of dead skin cells. So by regularly using a gentle face exfoliator, such as this one, I use this once or twice a week, you can then remove the dead skin cells, which will then reveal a lovely, brighter, fresher skin underneath. And it means that you look healthier and your makeup will go on so much better. It won't be patchy because it won't be grabbing to those dry, dead skin cell areas. So I use this, but what I also do is to take off my makeup using a flannel or a washcloth that's in warm water. And that will also very gently exfoliate my face every single day when I cleanse. Hydration, so important. So using things like lovely serums, our Hydration Hold serum, using lovely hydrating clay masks, using moisturizers. We've got a day one and a night one that are full of things like hyaluronic acid, which is something that we naturally produce, but we produce less of as we age. And it's a humectant, it attracts moisture and therefore keeps your skin looking hydrated and plumper for longer. Thirdly, protecting the skin. Protecting your skin every single day, summer and winter, particularly as we age, but all throughout our lives, with a daily SPF 50+ serum is really important. I use this every single morning after cleansing. It's the first step before my moisturizer, before my makeup. And I then know it's really light in texture, but I know that my skin is protected from UVA, UVB all day, even if it's cloudy, even in the winter. And it also means that my makeup goes on really well and my skin looks really healthy. So we have hydrated our skin. It's also important to hydrate from within. And it goes without saying, drinking water definitely makes a difference to the way your skin looks. You will look so much healthier if you keep your skin hydrated and plumped out from inside to out. So trying to remember to drink water. You can actually buy apps now that will remind you to drink water, having it near you. Trying to drink 8 glasses of water, 1.5 to 2 litres a day, even if you don't want to, makes a big difference to your skin. A well-balanced diet, again with a lot of fresh fruit, vegetables, good healthy fats, and just a really good balance of foods is really important to the way that your skin looks. What you feed inside you will show in your skin. When you wear makeup, and for me, wearing makeup makes my skin look healthier. I'm definitely more one colour as I have aged. So adding colour back with makeup can make a difference. Starting with a good base. So I use Smooth Like Silk Face Prime before putting on my foundation or my Light Look Beauty Balm. And that means that my skin is really smooth and my foundation will stay on all day, won't go patchy, and that means that it will look healthier because it's much more integrated into my face and will just look really smooth and last all day. When you apply foundation or Light Look Beauty Balm, really buff it in. And I love using our foundation brush number 10, which is a lovely soft but quite firm, got quite dense bristles. Really, really buff in your product. So today I've got my Light Look Beauty Balm on. And I buffed it in after using my primer. And again, that will make your skin look healthy. You don't want it to sit on the top like a mask and you don't want it to look patchy. So buffing it in and integrating it with your skin will make a big difference to how healthy and fresh your skin looks. As we age, we definitely get discoloration. We get dark circles, this bit goes a bit dark and bluey, you get pigmentation and age spots and sunspots, which is quite natural. So using a concealer cleverly can make your skin look really healthy and can just even everything out. So our beautiful cover to cover concealer is really creamy. And that for me is important. You want a concealer that is light, creamy, doesn't cake, doesn't go dry and sit in the fine lines that we all have as we age. So I like to apply it in the larger areas around here. I apply it with my concealer brush number 4. But in the small little areas, rather than putting too much concealer on, I apply it with our brush number 5. I sort of pinpoint the areas where I might just want that little bit of help, rather than putting too much on, and then just dab it with my finger. And that can just make your skin look really, really healthy because you've just evened everything out. And I like to do that after I've put my foundation or my beauty balm on. Using a blusher is, I think, a really good way to make older skin look healthier. We tend to lose that sort of natural pinky rosiness. So adding a blusher that's got a little bit of pink in it rather than going too orangey in your blusher is really important. So I've used today one of our beautiful cream to powder formulations, which again is really lovely on older skin because sometimes a cream on its own will sink in too much and a powder on its own will sit on the skin. This has the benefit of both. And wearing your blusher as we age a little bit higher than you maybe did when you were younger. It's because if you smile and then unsmile, your apple is a bit lower than it was. So I tend to sort of start here, a little bit further out from the middle, and bring it up in a sort of teardrop shape. So you can put it on with your fingers and then blend it with a beautiful brush. This is our brush number 2, sweeping it upwards. So everything a little bit higher and a little bit more upwards, and keep that blusher nice and slightly pinky. And that can just make your skin look so much healthier. Using a lovely highlighter. So this is our Instant Bright highlighter. Using a highlighter on older skin can just add back that little bit of dewiness that we sometimes lose, and it can look a little bit flat otherwise. You don't want to go too shiny, but adding a little bit on your cheekbones, underneath your brows. So this is, I'll just pop it on like this and then just blend it in. Just makes you look really healthy. And as you turn, it just gives you that little, as I said, that bit of softness, bit of dewiness. Highlighter brings forward. So where you want things to be brought forward, pop a little bit of this on. It's really flattering on older skin and easy to use. And it will just bring your face to life, working really well with the blusher as well. For me, my lips are very, very pale now. So using a lipstick that is not totally matte also makes a difference. So I've got on a lovely, it's got a slight sheen. This is one of our lustrous lipsticks this one is in True Coral. And putting a lipstick and adding back colour to your lips can just make your skin and your face look so much healthier. I also like to add a little bit of hydration because my lips definitely are drier than they used to be. So nourishing lip oil has the benefit of adding a bit of sheen, but also hydration at the same time, which can just make you look really healthy. Always, always, always remove your makeup at the end of the day, however tired you are. That's been a tip that I know someone gave me years ago, and I just can't go to bed without removing my makeup. So perfectly clean cleanser with, as I said, a flannel. I like to use a flannel and warm water to remove my makeup. But the first thing I do is to actually remove my eye makeup using our lovely eye makeup remover called a clean sweep, which you give it a shake before you use it. And rather than dragging at the eye, top tip is to put it onto a cotton pad, hold it onto the eye for a few seconds to loosen your eye makeup before you wipe away gently, rather than dragging away at the skin around the eyes. But removing your makeup before you go to bed, eye makeup, face makeup, is essential for healthy looking skin the next day. And it means that if you're going to use serums and night creams, eye creams, etc., they're going on to lovely clean skin, so they will work well and mean that your skin just looks really, really healthy the next day. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you just a few tips on how to keep your skin looking really healthy, whatever age you are. I've got fine lines, I call them lifelines. That to me is just living, but it doesn't mean that your skin can't look healthy and polished using lovely skincare, looking after yourself with your diet, with what you drink, and your makeup and the way that you apply your makeup. So thank you again. If you've got any top tips for your skin, we'd love to hear them in the comment box below. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.